Hello everybody and welcome. Having taken time out last episode to play in cup competitions, today it's back to league duty as we continue to look to climb the National League table. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 23 of To Be a Legend FM 26 star. We start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. It's Hull, try that again. It's Solihull Moors at home in National League Matchday 22 and Scunthorpe away in Matchday 23. Halfway through the season, these are the final two sides for the first half of the season. And we will hopefully then get an idea of how we're doing at the halfway point. As you remember in the last episode, it was a 2-1 loss to Fleetwood, a very close loss. But then we managed to beat Gateshead and get revenge over them for the FA Cup knockout last season. So we progress in the FA Trophy, and I can tell you that we have in the fourth round we have Chatham. That coming up in January's games in future episode. I think it'll probably be Chatham and Yeovil Town. But today, as I say, we have Solihull Moors and Scunthorpe back in the National League. Last time out, we did win 3-0 against York City. Deverne Green getting a brace and Jack Robinson the other goal. And prior to that, a 3-3 draw with Braintree. Let's have a quick look at the table, which will give us a bit of an idea. Going into today's episode, we were actually in 5th place, albeit Braintree are down in 7th. They have a game in hand, so they could overtake us if they were to win that game in hand. They would be a point in front of us. As it stands at the moment, there is a 6-point gap between us and Fylde. And Fylde, we've got coming up in a future episode, so we need to be watching out for, excuse me, for that. But Hartlepool lead the bunch, closely followed by Rochdale. Well, apologies if there was a little bit of a jump cut there. A bit of a coughing fit. I do seem to have a bit of a scratchy throat today, so some things obviously are happening. Our opponents today, Solihull Moors, down in 22nd place on 15 points. Their last 5 games, they've won just their last game of those 5. That was against Wealdstone. Everybody beats Wealdstone, surely. But they beat Wealdstone. Otherwise, they've lost their other 4 games. And the other game that we are playing today against Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe are in 12th. They've drawn 3, lost 1 and won 1 of their last 5. Again, they beat Wealdstone in their last game. So, without any more to do, let's get on with the episode. Let's go and see if we can get a win, or in fact 2 wins in today's episode would be very nice, and see if we can progress further up the National League table. And here we are for today's game against Solihull Moors. Thompson is in goal. It's Robinson, Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford our defensive line. Doyle and Glendon playing in midfield. We've got reverted, as you will see, to our 4-2-3-1. Whittingham, Harper and Green across that attacking midfield. Danny Elliott gets the nod to start the game up front. The bench looking like this, and you will note that there are 3 players here that are unhappy with their game time. So we will see what happens. Wright, McFadden, Huntley, Taylor, Park, Greenfield and Luke Enright. And here we are at Stainton Park playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And Solihull Moors, they are playing a 4-3-3 with defensive midfielder. They made 4 changes from their win against Wealdstone. And it looks like we're in for some dry weather again today. As we get the game underway, Shackelford out to Crooks. Giving the ball up, Warman, and we sort of won it back, but not effectively. Green, and that was cut out by Shackelford, who passes it to Deverne Green. Comes running down this wing. Is he going to cross the ball in? No. He's cut back. He's going to go on his own, I think. Shackelford and Danny Elliott headed that onto the post, and it's still alive. Robinson, Glendon, back out of Robinson. Robinson out that side, but lost the ball. They have a corner. Still inside the first 10 minutes. Headed away. And that one over the top. I was trying to work out who headed it away, but doesn't matter. Ball out to Deverne Green on this wing. Let Shackelford go past him. Shackelford cuts inside. Tried to pass that to Deverne Green, but it was a poor ball in the end. And they come away, and they have a man on here. Bonnet. Bonnet's run out of steam. And again, a chance goes begging for them. Well, we've had lots of shots, but not on target so far in this game. And we need to be doing it. Wilson have actually got back in the game, I think, against Sutton United. Whittingham, who hasn't been performing particularly well of late, was looking possibly to move on, but he's decided he's not going to. That was a good header there. And I think it was Harper, and a save by the goalkeeper. Shackelford with a throw in. Glendon through to Doyle. Doyle curled one into the top corner. And Brown in the Solihull goal has kept us at bay. He's had a fantastic game. We've peppered them. And we've had more shots on target of late. And he's just been saving them. His rating is very good, but Doyle curled this one in the top corner, just kept it out of reach of Brown, and we take a lead on 43 minutes. And half-time is coming up. 2 minutes added on. We're in the third of 2 added on. And Thompson punches that ball out to Elliott, and it is half-time. And we've had 55% of the possession, as you'll see, 18 shots. We've actually peppered them with 9 on target now, which is good news because that's about 50%. 1.17 on the XG against their 1.9. They've had 3 shots, 1 on target. And as you look at the match momentum, I would say we've pretty much dominated that first half. And looking at this, it's pretty much down to Doyle and Glendon in midfield. Bonnet getting us underway for the second half. No changes I'm aware of at half time. And Brown picking that ball out of the air. Launches a long one. And picked up by Glendon. Byrne, Glendon, Shackelford. Out to Deverne Green. Second goal would be rather nice. Deverne Green goes on his own, but it's over the top. And the goalkeeper launching a long ball. Green goes out wide again. Has a quick look. See who's about. Glendon. Harper. Haven't seen much of him today. Glendon. Doyle. Whittingham out to Robinson on the overlap. Robinson again. Robinson chips this one in, looking for Deverne Green. Glendon's come back off the woodwork. Myers is out there to tidy up for Solihull Moors. Like I said, it'd be nice to get a second goal. 1 goal. Something could happen. And that one launched long. Crooks underneath it to Robinson. Robinson to Whittingham. Whittingham had his head turned a little bit, I think, Robinson, which is why he hasn't been playing particularly well, but I think we've resolved it. Glendon through to Harper, but Harper loses out in the tackle. Crooks is there to tidy up. Glendon, Robinson goes round his man. He's pulled down, though, and it's going to be a free kick. Nicholson with a throw in. Long ball headed away, but not cleared. But we've cleared it to only as far as Nicholson, and this one back in. White is there, and Chance goes begging, but caught by Thompson. Rolled out to Byrne. We've not made any changes today. And Solihull Moors down to 10 men. They have picked up an injury and have used all their substitutes. Shackelford is out wide. Elliott comes into the area, pulls it back. Doyle misses the target. Brown with the ensuing goal kick. And they've won the ball. Let's hope we're not going to rue the fact that we've not added to our 1-0 lead. Well won by Shackelford, but he's given the ball away. But luckily, Glendon wins it in midfield, and it's gone straight into touch. Nicholson with a throw-in. Enright missing the ball. Huntley. Enright. Poor ball. I think he was trying to get Whittingham away, but failed. And Doyle brings down Osborne. Fasden with a throw-in. He's come on, of course, for Robinson. Glendon to Fasden. Glendon. But Glendon's robbed by Osborne, and danger ensues as they come on a counter-attack. Flavel cross this in, and it's gone for a corner. And 6 minutes added on as we enter the 91st minute. Can we see this game out? And we're going to go to balanced, I think, just to try and see it out. Taylor to Greenfield. Taylor crosses this in, but Brown wins the ball. He's aiming at Whittingham, and one last chance for Solihull Moors. Crooks. It's headed down into the path of McFadden, and got a second goal would be nice just to make this a little bit calmer. Looking for Elliott. Elliott finds Huntley, and we do make it 2-0, and it is game over. And it's taken a long time to find that second goal. 96th minute. Danny Elliott heading it into path of Huntley, and Huntley in off the post, beating Brown, who has been a thorn in our side today. In the 97th minute, Taylor's through ball given away. A little bit calmer now because it's not a chance that they could get a draw, albeit we don't really want to concede. This one crossed in, it's over the top, and that must be it. It is it, and we have won the game by 2-0. As the teams come off the pitch, 60% of the possession, 31 shots. I mean, absolutely peppered them. Their goalkeeper, 7.9. It just didn't have such a good second half. But 31 shots, 14 on target, 2.93. Really should have had at least 3 goals, I would have thought, out of that. They had 10 shots, 3 on target in the end, 1.05 and 40% of the possession. They just had one 5-minute patch of the whole game. Yeah, you could pretty much say we were in control. Well, a good 2-0 win in the end, and it was hard work, really. But the other games have gone on today. Hartlepool beating Oldham by 4-0. Fylde beating Yeovil Town by 3-0. The other highlights is Rochdale beating Braintree by 2-1. Wealdstone actually managed to get a draw against Totton. There's a result to pick up. How does that leave us in the table then? We're still in 5th place, but we have closed the gap a little bit. We are just 3 points adrift now of Altrincham, who are in 4th place. 6 points adrift of Fylde still. 7 points adrift of Rochdale, and 9 points adrift of Hartlepool. But we are closing the gap on them, which is rather good. As it currently stands, York City immediately behind us on 40 points as well, but we're above them on goal difference. And just below them, Carlisle are in 7th on 38. Right, that means we are down 7 days down to the game against Scunthorpe. I'll come back just ahead of that with any news. Well, here we are back on match day. Not a great deal to tell you. I can tell you that the board have offered me a new contract, which we have turned down again, mainly because they, as I think I said before, they want me to agree to a deal basically on the same amount of money I'm on now, given that it's a 2-3 year contract, get promoted and all the rest of it. The other thing is I did have a £10,000 clause. If we won the National League, I'd get £10,000. I'll put that back in. They don't want to know. They drop immediately. I'll put that back in and then lock it. They drop the wages to £975. So we could be in our final season here at Radcliffe, but we have business to do in the meantime, and I'm hoping as we perhaps plod a bit further up the National League, they might offer me a slightly better contract. We will wait and see, unless somebody else comes in for me in the meantime. Right, let's get on with it. It's Scunthorpe next up in the National League. It's match day 23, and it's the final game of the first half of the season. So here we are for the game against Scunthorpe, halfway point of the season, and it is pretty much an unchanged side. The only change is on the bench. So it's as we were last time. It's Thompson in goal. It's Robinson, Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford across the defence. Doyle and Glendon in midfield. Whittingham, Harper and Green attacking midfield. Elliott continues to lead the attack up front. The bench looking like this. It's Wright, McFadden, Park, Taylor, Huntley. Riley comes in for Greenfield and Enright. And Scunthorpe United playing a 4-2-4 today. I thought they were going to play a 4-3-3. So very attacking minded. We're sticking to our 4-2-3-1. And as they come out on the pitch, Scunthorpe, of course, playing claret and blue. We're playing in all white today. And Scunthorpe get the game underway. Looks like the highlight's going to continue. Doyle on the ball. Crooks. Byrne to Glendon. Glendon to Shackelford. Gives the ball away, but Glendon wins it back. Green puts it into space for Glendon. Green crosses this deep, looking for Whittingham. Didn't find him. And they've given the ball away. Okay, Glendon. Harper has come back off the woodwork, and Walsh heads it into or behind for a goal kick. Corner comes in. Harper through the crowd, but Every was equal to it. Every launches one. Crooks. Doyle. Harper threads it through to Danny Elliott. Danny Elliott puts it away. Question whether he was offside. He could well have been. And he was. Doesn't count. Always thought this would be an even game. Whittingham. Horton bringing it down nicely. One of the changes that FM has made where defenders can bring it down off their head. Byrne heads it to Harper. Green. Elliott. Back to Green. Green now. Touch inside. Is he going to turn on this? No, he isn't. He's going to set up Glendon, and it is a goal this time, and we've taken the lead on 42 minutes. Deverne Green supplying. And it was nice. Deverne Green into the area. Decided he couldn't get a shot away himself. Pulled it back for Glendon. And Glendon fires it into the back of the net. 1-0. One minute added on at the end of this first half. Green, Glendon, Doyle finds Elliott. Elliott chips one out wide to Green. Green crosses it straight away, looking for, I think it was Harper in the middle there. Didn't find him. and they will come away with the ball. Reese dotting. And we have to be careful if we want to go in ahead at half time. We are going to go in ahead at half time, and the minute is used up. And well, we had to stay patient. It's one of those games that we had to get ourselves into, which we did about midway through. They got back into the rhythm, but we managed to sneak a lead, and we want to try and increase that early in the second half if we can. 51% of the possession, 12 shots, 6 on target, 0.62. They've had 10 shots, 4 on target, also on 0.62. It's pretty even Stevens at half time, but can we increase the lead? We'll have to wait and find out. Elliott gets us underway in this second half. Green. .59 minutes on the clock, just coming up to the hour. Doyle with a free kick, swung in. Oof, nearly. And Every just stopping it right on the line. Launches a long one. Crooks fires it back. Riley on the ball. Green crosses this one, looking for Enright. Didn't find him. Riley picks it up in midfield. Enright on the ball. Enright comes down, but no penalty given. And Scunthorpe are on the ball. Ball forward to Francis. Substitute that's come on. And it's gone out for a corner. McFadden, who's come on. Green. Moved over to this left side, of course. McFadden crosses this ball in, looking for Danny Elliott. Didn't find him, and we've given the ball away again. This slender lead is on a shoestring, and we need to be very, very careful as they come forward. They've taken a shot from distance, but Thompson is underneath it. Throws the ball out to Taylor, who's come on at the back there. Huntley, Enright. As we come up to the 90-minute mark, Taylor on the ball, waiting to see how long we've got added on, and they counter-attack it. Glendon off his feet. Taylor through to Elliott. Riley pops one over the top. Nobody run onto that. 4 minutes added on at the end of this second half. Glendon, Riley, Enright. Glendon through to Green, but too close to Every. And Every will get a chance to launch it. 4 minutes added on at the end of this game, and it's all over. We've won again. A slender lead and a clean sheet. 57% of possession, 18 shots, 9 on target, 50%. But our XG was lower today, 1.03 against 1.30 for Scunthorpe. They had 17 shots, 7 on target. So lots of shots and quite a few on target. So it's pretty even Stevens all the way through. But as you see, we did control pretty much that second half. And as a consequence, we've got the win. Let's see the other results and see where that leaves us. Well, the other day's results as we get to this point can tell you that Hartlepool have drawn 2-2 with Forest Green, so points dropped there. And the other thing that is that's quite an interesting game is Fylde have lost to Halifax Town by 4-2. Must be a little bit of a hangover from Christmas because we are on Boxing Day in this sphere. Of course, we're picking up a win against Scunthorpe, which was rather handy. Altrincham drawing 4-4 with Totton, so all going in our favour, as did Rochdale, a 0-0 draw with Truro. So how has that left the table looking at the end of this episode? Halfway through the season, we are in 5th, but we have closed it right down. 7 points down to Hartlepool. We are now just 5 points adrift of Rochdale in second place, 3 points adrift of Fylde in third place, and we are literally 1 point behind Altrincham, who are in fourth place, albeit York City continue to breathe down our necks, and we can't slip up because they will overtake us, as possibly will Carlisle. But then Braintree have dropped away a little bit. Their form's gone a little bit awry. They're down in 8th place now at the halfway stage, and down the other end, Bournemouth, Solihull Moors, Maidenhead and Wealdstone, all in that drop zone as it currently stands. We are going to come back. We'll play 2 games offline. Totton and Hartlepool, or the opening 2 games of the season, are replayed in reverse. Obviously, Totton come to visit Hartlepool away, and we had a 2-1 win over Totton, a 2-2 draw against Hartlepool. Let's hope we can get it back. We're going to come back for the FA Trophy 4th round against Chatham, and then we're going to play Yeovil Town, who we've played once earlier in the season. Not beat them, but drew 1-1 with them on that occasion. And then we're going to come straight back for Fylde and Wealdstone because we want to see Fylde technically is a 6-pointer. So I hope you can join me for those episodes, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released. And new episodes of To Be a Legend released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. And hopefully we will be on track with that now. The best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel, though, is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 24 when we play... who did we say we play? Oh, Chatham and Yeovil Town. Join me for that. Until then, goodbye.